All right, here we go. Damn it. Change of plans. Hey there, welcome back to the Toy Box. As you can see, my day took a little bit of an unexpected turn, so we are going to replace the battery on the Dyna. Let's go. Bought the Dyna in 2015, and I think the battery that's in it went in October of 2015, so it's been almost 5 years. I'd say it's probably time it's paid its dues. This is what I'm putting in, just a basic Duralast gold battery from the local auto parts store. Nothing fancy. I didn't go to Harley and spend the extra money for the Harley branded battery, but I think this is going to do just fine. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is pull off the seat so I can get to the top of the battery down here under the battery cover. To get this battery cover off, there's a screw down here right there that I got to remove, and then we'll be able to pull that off. Now we can pull this off and get to the battery. I don't know if this is the case with all models, but this one's held on with a rubber retaining strap here. I'm going to have put down the camera to pull that off because I can't do it with just one hand, but I'm going to pull this off, and that's going to let us then be able to slide the battery out so that we can get to the connections on the top. I don't know if this is going to show up in the video. My battery tender has gotten pinched underneath that cover, and it has started to wear away at the connections here. I am really surprised that that didn't short out and cause me some major problems. I may have another one of these floating around. I'm going to see if I can replace this while I'm at it. Sure enough, I do. I've got an extra battery tender connector in this box from one of the many battery tenders that I have for maintaining my somewhat ridiculous fleet that I have here. So yeah, we're going to put this on the bike while we're at it. One. And then the other. All right, so now we can slide this out past the battery cables. Let's pull this out of here. If I get 5 years out of this one, I will be perfectly happy. This new one's going to go right in where the old one came out of, obviously. The new battery came with 2 new screws, so I'm going to go ahead and use those. I got to figure out where to run this battery tender before I get too far into this. You probably can't see it on the camera, but there is absolutely nowhere around this cover for that battery tender to come out where it's not going to get pinched. So I got to figure out a different way to run this. I may have to get creative. I think what I might do is drill a little hole in the back side of this so that I can get the cable through. I don't really like that idea, but it might be my best option. To get these through, I have to use a bit big enough, but for a bit that large, I'm going to want to drill a pilot hole first. And I'm going to put the hole just up here in the upper part of this thing. I think will make a decent spot to exit over here, just kind of in this corner. And I'm going to use a center punch first so my drill bit doesn't wander. All right, I'm going to zip the edges off of that guy with a file real quick, and then we'll go put it back on. If you ever do this, just make sure you don't crank it down your vise too hard because you can scuff up the paint. I'm a little mad at myself for that one right now. I know the bike is 10 years old, but still, I don't like damaging things. So we'll see. That I probably won't notice it after a while, but if you can see it or not, it's just a little scuffed. Battery tender's running through the hole that I just drilled in my battery cover. I'm going to hook these up to the terminals. We'll put it all back together. I'm going to put that cover back on just in case so that it doesn't come in contact with the inside of the battery cover. And I'm going to re-zip tie that guy back in place in here. And then last, we'll put this retaining screw back in. Now that it's mostly back together, I'm going to try starting it before I put the seat on, just to make sure it works. Here we go, the real test. Oh, golly. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't usually start this thing in the garage with the door closed, but that was loud. Yeah, I'm gonna get the seat back on this thing. I'm almost done. Then I'm gonna hit the road and go for a ride before the weather turns on me. Before I go, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you like what I'm doing, tell me. If you think I'm an idiot, you tell me that too. Check out my Twitter and my Instagram, MG's Toy Box, on both of those platforms. Instagram, I like to post pictures of the bikes and the truck and the Camaro and whatever else I'm doing. Twitter, you can get on there and engage with me on there. I like to talk to people. This account doesn't have many followers, so I'd really appreciate it if you would go give me a follow on Twitter and start up a conversation. Till next time, go play with your toys.